Om Shanti. Good morning. Very happy Mahashivratri to my dear divine brothers and sisters. Mahashivratri is the most ancient and auspicious festival amongst all the Indian festivals. Because Mahashivratri is the birthday of God Shiva, who is called Vishwanath, Kashi Vishwanath. Vishwanath means Lord of the universe. So, Shiva is the father of all the souls. Shiva is called Tridev, means he is the creator of Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar. Devon का भी देव महादेव. Means he is the greatest of all. All the souls, human beings or deity souls, are the children of one Father. So Shiva is the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. Today we are celebrating his birthday. He is the Almighty Authority. On this occasion, auspicious occasion, I will tell you one story. Please listen to carefully. In the village, there was one very wealthy, generous-hearted, and resourceful person. He had mercy and compassion for everyone. So he used to give all the types of things to all the souls, like a grocery, utensils, furniture, clothes, dresses, shoes, jewelry, money, everything. But his way of giving was little different. He was giving everything while sitting on the top of his roof, top of his house. And things were coming on the ground. So nobody was seeing who is giving. And those who were taking things didn't have any interest in knowing who is giving. They just used to come and grab everything and then go away. But in that process, there was snatching, fighting, quarreling. There wasn't a sense of gratitude. They were not satisfied even. They were not thankful. So instead of being thankful, actually, they were jealous. They created animosity amongst themselves. Seeing this, the one who was giving started giving more. And then more and more. Even though some would grab everything. And they know that they are not going to use all of these things in their entire life. even though they don't share amongst others. So those who don't get, they cry, they criticize, they complain. Seeing everything, the one who was sitting above and giving was not happy. He felt very bad. So he consulted to a wise man. He told what is happening. He said, I am giving so much, but no one is happy, content. They didn't have any feeling of gratitude. They even don't acknowledge me. So the wise man knew what is going on down below. So he suggested that wealthy man, from tomorrow, stop giving jewelry, money, food, clothes. Stop giving these things. And give pebbles and stones. So it was a little hard suggestion, right? But wealthy man thought, okay, I should try once. So next day, when people came to grab things, and they saw pebbles, stones, etc. on the ground, and then they felt bad. They started screaming and seeing above, who is this? Who is sitting up above? What he is giving? Why he is doing this? See, when he was giving good things, no one had any thought to have any gratitude, to thankful to him. And when they didn't get valuable things, usable things, then they pointed out towards the one who is sitting above. And they accused, criticized, what you are doing. Now, that's the story. Think deeply what is happening in the world. Who is sitting above? Giving everything? Who? Upar wala jane. Upar wala kaun? The one who is up above, who is that? God. He is providing us everything. And we are busy in just grabbing, taking, using things. We don't bother to say thanks. Whatever we don't get, then only we point out. Our eyes go up. Am I right? Am I right? So it's not a village or one town or one country. I'm talking about the whole world, wide world, what is happening here. Whenever something good happens in our life, we think, it's me because I have made effort. I deserve. We take granted. When we don't get, then only our eyes go up. And we start blaming. God, you shouldn't have done this to me. We accuse God. We blame God. We accuse God. We criticize. And then we request also. God, please give me this, that. So one side, we say God is the remover of sorrow. Right? God is the remover of sorrow, bestower of happiness. Dukha harta, sukha karta. He removes our sorrow. So when I experience sorrow in my life, how can I accuse God? How can I blame God that you are giving me sorrow? We shouldn't, no? But we do. Because we don't know who God is, who He is, how He is. Even we don't know our own self, what we are. Do you know? Your real self? The problem is, we don't know what we are. Who am I? And the big problem is, we don't know that we don't know. And the biggest problem is, we don't feel it's important to know what we are, who we are. Because we know that we already know. But knowing is very deep. If I say, oh yeah, I know I am a soul, not body. Even though it has a depth, knowing myself, who am I? When I make little time, I go inward, I ask myself, then little I know about me. So go inward and see yourself. Ask yourself first, who am I? What am I? Go inward, no hurry. The more I go in, the more I know about myself. Who am I? Who is God? If I ask you, you will reply, God is my Father. Because we have heard from our childhood, Tvameva Matasya Pita Tvameva. You are my mother, you are my father. So we know, we say, yeah, God is my mother and father. But if I ask, Binita Behan, who is your father? He is in India. Ajay bhai, who is your father? ऊपर चले गए, तो नाम तो होगा. हाँ, रजत जी. See, right. One's father is in India, one has left the body. So where is God, our Father? We don't have any experience God as our Father. Only in the temple, we go in the temple and we pray, you are my mother and father, Tvameva Matasya Pita Tvameva. Right? Only for the sake of saying. We don't have any experience. Why? God is the Father of soul. Not body. So one is a bodily father, biological father. But what we are? Soul. Eternal, immortal, imperishable. That soul's father is Supreme Soul. Real father is Supreme Soul. So we have to understand what we are doing, saying in front of God. Bring into your real life. But we don't know. While saying, we don't go into the depth of that. We call God, oh, you are the ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of knowledge. Do we say, तू प्यार का सागर है, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम. अरे तू प्यार का सागर, and he is the ocean of love. And I am deprived of experiencing these things in my life. So I say, I am thirsty of one drop of love. So God is the ocean of love, ocean of knowledge, ocean of peace, and I am deprived of these things in my life. Why? Billionaire's child should experience billions in his own life. He will not ask $1. He will not beg for $1, right? So I am thirsty of one drop of love. It means what? I don't know who he is. For the sake of saying, I am saying, God is my Father. And God is the ocean of love, without experiencing in our life. So this is ignorance. We are living in the world of ignorance. This is the night. This is the night. This is the darkness of ignorance. We are saying one thing, praying one thing, experiencing something else. So we need to be awakened. Today we are celebrating Shivratri. Shiva, Ratri. 2 words. Jose Esteves ji was asking him, I was sitting next to him, who is Shiva? I tell you today, who is Shiva? Shiv, Ratri. The word Shiva is a Sanskrit word. Its literal sense is Kalyankari, means benefactor. The word Shiva, its literal sense is benefactor. God Shiva brings benefit. In his presence, there is only benefit. Only benefit. And that benefit which I get, that is also incognito, is a mystery, I tell you. Once I have faith in him, I am in his presence, I get a tremendous benefit. Gupt. How does he bring benefit in my life is incognito. He is beneficial. Whenever something happens here, we say, God bless you. God will bless you. We ask blessings from him. So God, Shiva, means beneficial. Actually, Shiva word has a specific 3 meanings. One is beneficial. The second is, he's the point. God is the point of light. To worship We have created big lingam. We have given the shape of oval shape. But in that shape also, in the middle, we apply a red dot, right? Have you seen in the Shiva Lingam? There are 3 lines because he is the Trimurti. He is the creator of 3 deities. And in that 3 lines, there is a 1 dot. And what is the color of that dot? Red. So God's form is point of light. Light means, light's color is red. And it is very interesting to see throughout the world, all religions believe in one form, that is point of light. Every religion believes in point of light. God means point of light. So Shiva means light. To worship Shiva, we have created Shiva Lingam. Actually, he is just a dot, like a soul is a point of light, a power, energy. So God is also just power, supreme power, light. And the third specific meaning is, he is the seed. Seed. Seed has all the potential of the tree. Seed can create very big tree. So Shiva knows the past, the present, the future of the entire world cycle. He has all the knowledge. He is the creator of this human world tree, Kalpa tree. He is the seed. He is a smallest of the small. How it is mentioned in Gita, in 8th chapter, 9th slokas, God says, मैं अणु से भी सूक्ष्म अणु हूं. मेरा दिव्य स्वरूप है, मुझे तुम इन आंखों से नहीं देख सकते. In 8th chapter, 9th sloka, God says, I am the smallest of the small. You can't see me through your eyes. He is the seed. He has all the potential. He knows everything. कहते ना शिव का डमरू डम डम बोले, अगम निगम का भेद है खोले. Means he knows the past, he knows the present, he knows the future. He is the creator of the world. So Shiva means beneficial, benefactor. Shiva means a point. Shiva means seed. Now, what is the meaning of Ratri? We call it Shivratri, Rat. So what's the significance of night? Brings morning. Yeah, you are right. Just like a morning follows night, night follows morning. It means what? It's a cycle. We know this is the eternal world cycle. Traditionally, it is understood the cycle of golden, silver, copper, iron ages. And iron age is not just the end of the world, no. It's a cycle. Time rotates into cyclic way. So cycle, golden, silver, copper, iron, Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, Kalyug. After Kalyug, What is going to come? If it is cycle, then again, which age is going to come? Golden. See, morning, afternoon, evening, night. After night, what is going to come? Morning. It's a cycle. Time rotates in cyclic way. So this is the end of Iron Age. This is the night. We are living in the darkness of ignorance. What we are saying, we don't know the depth of that. Saying one thing, believing another thing, doing third thing. So we are in the darkness of ignorance. When the Iron Age ends, that's the Ratri, Shivratri. Shiva, point of light, the sun of knowledge arises. It is the time to descend God on the earth. And how we call, on the especially day of Shivratri, Gyan Surya Prakata, Agyan Andhera Vinash. I will translate. Gyan Surya means the sun of knowledge. One is a physical sun, right? One sun arises. What happens? Night ends, na? Because of the light of the sun dispels the darkness. Same way, God is the sun of knowledge, arises. Then the darkness of ignorance which we have in dispels, goes away. Gyan Surya Prakata, Agyan Andhera Vinash. So this is the time, end of Kali Yuga, end of Iron Age. There is the pitch dark. God descends in this night and gives us light. Knowledge is the light. What happens then? We are awakened. When sun rises, उठते हैं ना? So this, the same way, this is our spiritual birth. We are awakened with this knowledge, the light of this knowledge. I understand who am I. I am just a point of light. I am an energy sitting in the center of my forehead. Knowing about myself is called awakening, Jagruti. We are awakened. On this auspicious Shivratri day, we honor this awakening. It's our spiritual birth. We know our real self. Through this awakening, with God, we bring day on this earth. With this light, the darkness of ignorance ends. And the beauty of the day begins. This is the actually secret of Shivratri. So we are at the very critical point of time. Golden age ended, silver, copper, iron age. This is the end of Kali Yuga. Shivratri reminds us God, the Son of Light, has arrived on the earth. He has descended on the earth. He is here. And giving this knowledge to us. In Gita, it has mentioned 4th adhyay, chapter 4th. In 6th sloka, God has said, मैं अजन्मा हूं, अकाय हूं, मैं मां के गर्भ से जन्म नहीं लेता हूं, मेरा दिव्य कर्तव्य है, मेरा दिव्य रूप है, मेरा दिव्य कर्तव्य है. I will translate. He says, I am beyond the cycle of birth and death. अजन्मा हूं, अकाय. He doesn't have a physical kaya. He does come. धर्म स्थापनार्थ मुझे आना होता है. He does come to establish the true religion. Shivratri is the memorial of his coming on the earth. He does come at the end of Iron Age and brings day on this earth. His task, how does he do? How does he bring golden age on this earth? Very refined intellect can understand. And that is also written in Gita. मेरे दिव्य कर्तव्य को समझने के लिए दिव्य बुद्धि चाहिए. I need refined intellect to understand how God does his work. So God is beyond the cycle of birth and death. He doesn't have kaya like we do. See, in the temple, we have all the deities, they have their own body, but only one authority, Shiva, doesn't have any body, right? We do worship Shiva, Shivalingam, but we never thought. So, Shiv Paramatma, Supreme Soul, he is the ocean of knowledge. He has all the knowledge, all the potential in him, but he does need some device, something, then he can relate knowledge to us. You are sitting in Silicon Valley. I give an example based on that. See, USB, pen drive. What is the size of USB? Very small, no? All the data is in the USB, in the pen drive. But to read that data, what do I need? Some device I do need, na? Same way. God has all the knowledge. He is the ocean of knowledge. He does need some adhar, some instrument. So, God has taken the support. He has given the name Brahma. We call with love Brahma Baba. He is the founder of Brahma Kumar Kumari's organization. In short, we say BK. BK don't have any knowledge. We don't have any knowledge. Who is giving? We were ignorant. We were also in night. God himself is giving this knowledge. So he made a medium, Adhar, of Brahma Baba. He became his device. So God descends on the earth, takes the support of Brahma Baba's physical body and uses as an instrument to get his work done. Shivratri is the memorial of that day. So Brahma Baba becomes a device for Shiv Baba. And in Shiv Puran, it is written, मैं ब्रह्मा की ललाट से प्रकट होता हूं. Those who know Shiv Puran, they know this also. How God says, मैं ब्रह्मा की ललाट से प्रकट होता हूं. I appear, I incarnate through Brahma's forehead. Where soul resides? Here. Actually not here. Is a pituitary gland and hypothalamus. Both glands meet together inside. Soul resides. So Supreme Soul descends on the earth, sits in the center of the forehead of Brahma Baba. So in Shiv Puran, it has been mentioned that मैं ब्रह्मा की ललाट से प्रकट होता हूं. He incarnates through Brahma's forehead. For what? To bring day on this earth. Now, it's time to end this Kali Yuga. Iron Age. It's time to welcome New Age, Golden Age. We are in between Sangam Yuga, Confluence Age, in between. On the day of Shivratri, people stay awake whole night. They think if we stay awake whole night, then God will be pleased and incinerate our sins. But it has never happened. And how long we stay awake? Think about that. Staying awake means have this third eye opened. Who am I? Know yourself. Stay awake. Atma Jagrati. We need awakening what we are, who we are. That awakening we need. And a very important message God has given in Gita. How to incinerate our sin, how to destroy our sin. God has said, know me exactly what I am, who I am. And then connect your mind and intellect to me. And there is condition also. God says, when you connect your mind and intellect to me, then I will incinerate your sin of many births. That's the way to destroy our sin. To connect our mind to God is called meditation. How to connect ourselves to God? We teach in meditation. Every month, 4 weekends, 1 hour. So total 8 sessions, 4 weekends. We teach people how to connect your mind and intellect to the Supreme. That is called meditation. That is called remembrance of God. When I merge in God, first I have a glimpse of God. How does He look? Like the sun, bright sun. So have a glimpse of God and then slowly, slowly merge in Him. You start absorbing what God has in Him. That love, light, knowledge, power. You absorb that from God and then spread out. into the world. The ignorance of the world will go away. So for few minutes, sit in meditation. I would request everyone, sit little straight. When our spinal cord is straight, then brain receives a flow of blood. We remain active. Ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? Go inward. Again ask, who am I? I am light. I am a light, point of light, a star. Who is mine? He is also point of light. Supreme Soul, Supreme Father, my Father, real Father. I tune my mind to Paramdham, Shivlok, God's home, which is far, far, far away. I see there is live God, real God, very bright sun. I have glimpse of him. I am in his presence. Slowly, slowly, I am merged in him. I absorb God's love and light, might. Now, I spread out into the world. The darkness of ignorance ends. There is a bright, bright light all over the world. I hold this experience while I come back. Have a bright day, bright morning in your life. It's a beginning of the beginning, new beginning. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.